Hey Reject Nation, Greg Alba here.
Johnny.
We are going to watch today from the channel Vice News, how movie trailers manipulate you. This is perfect for what we do.
Yeah.
And also, we cameoed in this video.
Ooh.
When I say cameo, I mean cameo.
Blink and you'll miss it.
Underline that word. I'm excited to check this. Vice, man. It's Vice.
Yeah, dude.
Vice is big. Yeah.
All the way from the home box office.
Gotta check it out. Before we do that, I want to give a patron of the day shout out to a man named Taylor Bentley. Taylor is from Tennessee, Nashville.
Heir to the Bentley fortune.
And he is one awesome gentleman. He was talking with me a lot lately about how his passion is in music. And lately, he's been studying a lot of film. This guy is only 26 years old, but he has the heart of a mature 45-year-old.
Physically.
It's a major compliment. You need to take care of yourself, man. You're a risk of heart disease
Like,
at the rate you're at,
be
Taylor.
where you're at, yeah.
Recently, we had a big heart-to-heart, put up a vlog on Patreon that I'm considering putting a cut for on YouTube. Major consideration. Got a little emotional in there. We had a lot of exchange back and forth, and what I love about Taylor, he's not afraid to cry. Takes a real man to cry. Watch. John, cry. Not a real man. Taylor, real man. Glad we can cry together, buddy. This is gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to this already.
People don't even know that we exist. Everybody thinks that the studios do the trailers. They have no idea that there's this entire industry built around movie trailers.
In 2017, movie theater attendance hit its lowest point in 25 years. But the movie trailer industry is experiencing a golden age. Just over a century ago, promos screened at the end of films, earning them the name trailer. Soon they were in front of the movies, and the trailers themselves started to evolve.
The magnificence of color by Technicolor.
In a world without gas.
Sean Bailey.
Today, more people are watching trailers than ever before. In the early 2000s, about a dozen companies produced movie trailers. Now there are more than 100.
Trailers are something that you go and you seek out, particularly on YouTube. That one form of advertising that you want more of.
Studies of the brain have found a connection between reactions to trailers and a film's box office success. And people trust trailers more than Rotten Tomatoes and even their own friends.
Interesting.
Trailers have become their own form of entertainment, right? The dissection process that happens at
We're back!
And in the upgrade trailer.
Like the movie promoting, trailers have premieres,
I think that's it.
And even their own award show.
Welcome to the Golden Trailer Awards! Yes!
Damn.
We attended the trailer industry's version of the Oscars.
There's a trailer awards?
The most prestigious
I didn't know that.
To find out what goes into crafting 2 minutes that will make you laugh, cry, and most of all, get you to cough up $15 for a movie ticket.
Fox Searchlight.
That movie looks really Jane Got a Gun.
Rise that happens in every single trailer, and it's called 60 Voices Rising, and it goes...
And who are you?
Getting the intensity going up until that one big shot before you go into time.
Exactly.
There's lots of rises.
Yeah.
But that's one of the main.
That's a big one.
Lots of power downs and bass drops. Make a big power down, and then you throw an impactful line in there.
This is Down's homicide.
And then everyone's like...
Damn!
You can just insert
great video.
Interesting sounds. Like if you have an explosion, you can put in like the sound of an eagle, just to kind of give it a bigger feel. This trailer for Baby Driver. A woman turns around in the backseat of a car, and there's just like a jungle cat that just goes... It adds all the cool factor of that. Whenever you see somebody reacting to something on a trailer, that's the emotion that we're trying to give you. So you see somebody crying, shocked, laughing. Those are all things that are being done deliberately.
When you're dealing with international, a joke that works really well in dialogue doesn't translate necessarily so well, but a nut punch, that always works.
Yeah, especially for us.
Music is one of the most
comedy.
important ingredients in an enticing trailer. There are even composers who specialize in creating bespoke trailer music, as well as juicing up well-known songs.
There is an industry
Juicing
term that
down,
we
like-
use called trailerization that can enhance a song that already exists.
When you play the originals, even though they're amazing tracks, they don't necessarily work for the trailer.
Oh shit.
And then they enhanced it by adding single orchestral elements and big drums that the song didn't have.
While trailerization seeks to enhance classic tracks,
true,
a different technique is re-recording a song in a way that completely changes its tone.
Yeah,
This is very
But thank God they're coming
Which
over covers.
the last
Thank
couple
you.
years has been to hear like a dark, creepy cover of a song that
Yes.
you know already.
Yeah.
So we've had to provide that as well.
Covers like these have replaced the narrated in a world style as the most widely mocked trailer trope, even by the man who popularized it.
When we did the trailer for the Social Network that used a cover song of Radiohead's Creep, that then became a thing that you started hearing more and more of afterwards. And it was just like, okay, no, we don't do that anymore. It can kind of
Please touch on Imagine Dragons.
Mark Miller's been behind the trailers for over 40 Oscar-winning films, as well as countless art house classics.
I think we're constantly just trying to find out what the new thing is.
Oh! Ah!
We did a trailer that used kind of a rhythmic device of a guy's head getting pounded against the wall. With something like The Revenant, we used the sound of DiCaprio's breath repeating. The sound of his grave being dug is giving it the counter rhythm. It's all about serving the character in the story. I'm now starting to see lots of things of rhythms and trailers just for the sake of repeating sound.
Even Jumanji does that. Yeah.
Boom trailers.
Yeah.
Yeah, very sound design heavy.
Gun cocks left and right. People kicking each other.
Where's that upgrade trailer?
Yeah.
Where's that
That
upgrade
is
trailer?
hopefully going to die this year because it's boring.
Once it becomes a formula,
Is it?
you want to find something else so that, oh, look at that movie. Look what they did.
But we don't get too invested because it is definitely not fine art, it is commercial art.
Every trailer is a collaboration between ourselves, studios, filmmakers,
Honest.
and so you are trying to make a lot of people happy. Sometimes we're working a year in advance on a film, which is crazy. No one thinks that we spend that much time on these things, probably.
I don't think
Before
that.
a trailer
Yeah, I
goes
don't
in
think that at all.
theaters, it needs to contend with the expansive and vague rules of the MPAA.
A green band trailer is what you would usually see in front of a movie. It's rated for pretty much all audiences and is relatively tame.
Blood is just the big no-no.
What you do is you change the color of the blood to look like mud. That's done in a lot of horror films. So you see people getting extra dirty, that's usually blood.
Way back,
You can moan, you can grunt. No thrusting, though.
Yep.
But if it's a red band, whatever you want.
There you go.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Red band trailers, which can show explicit content, specialize in targeting more mature audiences. They're one example of the multiple versions of trailers studios often create to target different demographics.
There it is.
Trailers are no longer just for theaters and television. Thanks to an increase in online viewing, they now have to be made for a variety of different platforms, including YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. If you're trying to watch a trailer online, advertising algorithms may note your interest in trailers and make you watch a different trailer before your trailer.
That's
This is
happened,
often
yeah.
followed by another mini trailer called a bumper, which is a 6-second trailer for the trailer you're about to watch. With trailers popping up everywhere, it seems like the perfect time to be in the business. But for some, the best trailer is no trailer at all.
I mean, I'll be honest, it's still my favorite experiences are when I never see a trailer for a movie or see any bit of advertising. Like, those are the best.
Crazy Rich Asians.
After movies. That's one of the funny things about the job. Like, literally everything we work on, there's been no advertising before we see it. I actually get to enjoy all these movies without ever being exposed to movie trailers.
We done? I think so. If everyone's happy, then we're good.
trailer already? Gosh. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
I was like ready to watch a whole documentary right now.
I know. Where's the section on Believer?
Where's the Imagine Dragons section?
Yeah.
Why are trailers using so much Imagine Dragons?
There had to be, in the extended version, there's just a whole point where they talk to the band. They're like, yeah, we didn't ever think we would be making trailer music, but now this next album is just all trailer songs.
And you understand, you're a wallflower.
I didn't think anyone noticed me.
Really? Okay.
Oh, from the creators of Madagascar.
Good boy.
And I'm probably the greatest detective in the world.
I think Imagine Dragons even is hired to create songs, sometimes for trailers. I think that's what that Friction song was.
I would not be at all surprised. Is that not on record
somewhere? The opening of that song sounds like you're going to hear the MI tune.
You had a terrible choice to make in Berlin.
If that's on an album, comment below.
Yeah. Correct us, please.
When was the last time somebody heard like a complete Imagine Dragons album?
I mean, there's a lot to kind of deconstruct here. We haven't done this segment in a while, but it's personally one of my favorite things to do, which is called Trailers Revisited. And that's where we basically do a reaction to a trailer for a movie we've already seen, and then we determine how accurately portrayed the movie is. You know, it's talking about spoilers, tone, a whole bunch of stuff. I feel like this is only going to amplify that. Now having this knowledge,
now we're gonna sit there.
I want nothing more than to do a Trailers Revisited.
Yeah. We're gonna sit there and be like, I wonder if this sound here is actually from the movie, or if they just put it in to make it cooler.
I feel like you and I are usually pretty good at determining. Rarely do we watch a trailer for a movie and then watch the movie and be like, this is totally
different,
completely off from what we anticipated for the movie.
Even when it seems like they're trying to hide stuff, you can kind of tell.
We can usually pick up on what they're hiding. So there's a couple of facts here that I find fascinating here, of how they're saying that sources trust movie trailers more than something like Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes, according to this chart, whatever the national research group is, the chart here is saying that Rotten Tomatoes is lower than the Friends social media posts and movie trailers, which I find surprising. I felt like Rotten Tomatoes plays a big part these days, especially in certain movies, you know. I feel like
certainly seem freaked out by it.
I feel like if Rotten Tomatoes and Friends social media posts are in tune with each other, I feel like that plays a major factor beyond if a movie trailer is really cool.
Yeah, I would have thought that Friends and family posts would be number one, then Rotten Tomatoes, then movie trailers, because you constantly hear people go like, oh, trailers are always, you know, trying to sell it to you. But I guess maybe the thing with that is people trust their friends more than they trust the critics. I guess having the visuals and the sound from the movie is never going to replace the speculations of people you know who, you know, like, because the trailer is something I can see and feel with my own eyes and head, so...
That makes sense, yeah.
So in a way, even if you know not to trust trailers that much, I feel like it's still easy to be suckered by one.
Have you heard of the Golden Trailer Awards? I've never heard of these. That's crazy.
I have heard of this.
I thought trailer editors, the people who cut up these trailers, don't get enough credit. Trailers are its own type of... It's like how the guy put it here best.
But we don't get too invested, because it is definitely not fine art. It is commercial art.
This level of commercial art is something that should not go unrecognized, especially if they're saying movie trailers are the main things that put butts in seats. They deserve a lot of credit.
Yeah, definitely.
So I would like to check out the trailer awards and be like, what won best trailer?
That
totally. Sounds
fascinating. I'd be fascinated by that, and to see all the different like rises and some of the different technical terms, and the sounds they'll use.
Well, the rise is something I've always noticed in trailers. It's something we never point out. It's just a common editing trick that they use in so many trailers.
My God. It's a megalodon.
But when they did this montage of it, I'm like, I wonder how much of this subconsciously has played an effect into my brain of loving something too.
Yeah. Or when they point out the bass drop right before a cool line or something like that.
Gentlemen! You have bullet immunity!
I'm bulletproof.
That's a trend I notice a whole lot. That's sort of
Yeah, Yeah.
You know, like whatever that sounds like. Thinking about the way trailers have come up over the years, like I'm not surprised that they have awards and things like that, because like it truly is, for as many not great trailers as there are, it is truly impressive on both a commercial and artistic level when you can have a trailer that just properly prepares you for its movie.
Yeah.
You know, that really can succinctly sell you something without making you feel misled or, you know, like a whole bunch was missing or something like that. Like props to, you know, it's not high art necessarily, but props to these people who put these together. And also curse them for the endless trends that we get.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing too, is now they said like there used to be a handful of houses cutting trailers and now there are hundreds. And I'm sure that that's part of why there's so much bloat on some of these trends. Because you'll get 50 other houses going, oh, we all got to get a somber cover now, you know? And that's probably all happening simultaneously because they make these so far in advance. That was surprising to me too, that they are sometimes working a really long time on trailers.
I don't find that surprising at all, that they work that long on trailers, especially for like the bigger movies too. I'm talking like the Marvel, the DC films. I feel like they work a long time in advance. I mean, that Aquaman trailer seemed like to be one of the most reworked trailers ever. It was out of talk that was around. Oh, we keep pushing the trailer to keep pushing the trailer. We're trying to prep this trailer to be perfect. And I think that happens with a lot more movies than we realize.
Yeah, I guess it makes a lot of sense to me now, especially in the last few years, that trailers themselves have their own audience. Like trailers drop on YouTube and blow up all the time and have these independent lives kind of beyond their movies. Especially for tentpole movies, there has to be a lot of reworking that goes into trailers. Yeah, there's got to be a lot of re-editing, or, oh, we just got this new footage and can you do something with it? That's the part I guess I would be fascinated to learn more about, is do they get like a whole movie's worth? Do they just get whatever's on hand and told to make the best of it? Are they sort of like, here, do what you can with this and then we'll get back to you later with more footage? Like, I would be really curious about that side of things.
And they also brought that thing about how they'll rework trailer songs to like punch up certain instruments or add certain instruments, or even sometimes insert noises on a transition or a cut. I can't tell you how many times I'll like actually search specifically for, I remember like not too long ago, Pacific Rim Uprising trailer song. I would look for the actual version of that song. And that was specifically demonstrated how they did it in the trailer. Or even for the Man of Steel, I'll type in Man of Steel trailer song and I'll listen to the 3-minute version of the famous score that came from that movie, but it's the 3-minute one that they play in the trailer.
Yeah.
Like I'll constantly do that. So that trick works on me for sure. They're talking about like the combo hits, like they were showing close to the Equalizer.
Fast forward, freeze frame on my pistol.
The one guy here was saying that they think that's boring or not that cool. I like that effect, honestly. I especially in a trailer. The thing is, it's always like a cool trailer thing. It doesn't really demonstrate the movie.
It never really translates into the movie.
Mission Impossible Fallout.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or when he does the shoot in time with the music towards the end,
Or even in Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, they re-edited the Welcome to the Jungle song.
Yeah.
And then they had some gun cock noises go on in the middle of it, and you're like, oh, that was a cool moment. So I think it's effective. I think it works.
Well, I think more than anything, what they were getting at is just like when trends start to become, you just see the same techniques over and over again. That thing with the blood.
Never noticed that. I've never noticed that.
Oddly enough, Kill Bill, I didn't understand the context at the time. The first time I saw the trailer, I was like, it seems weird that they're all covered in black stuff. You know, and to have that brought back to me as some kind of disparate nugget of information was a little fascinating here.
It tints the whole image
scene,
because you can't just tint the blood alone. I mean you can, but I imagine it'd be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I'm also surprised that they didn't really cover how most trailers have scenes in the trailers that are not in the movies, or they'll really tweak the images too. Because to call your video how movie trailers manipulate you, I feel like that's a major ingredient.
I thought this was just an overview on the trailer industry at the moment. Like, I would watch a half-hour version of this, honestly.
That's why when it ended, I was like, oh, I felt like there's so much more to eat. Like, I really thought what we got was great, but I feel like you could go even deeper. We haven't seen the Slender Man movie. Big complaint I've heard from countless people at this point is there's so much trailer footage
that is not in the
that's
movie.
not in the movie at all.
Yeah, characters that don't even show up.
And like that's very manipulative. There might be scenes that really got you, or like even Avengers: Infinity War, that big money shot of the heroes running, which is a highly talked about moment that's only shot for the trailer, and of course they don't tell you that until the movie's out.
Yeah. Well, and especially with Slender Man, like I would be fascinated to hear some specific cases, because then you start to wonder, like, oh, did they have this footage, and then people came out and they were like, this is a real situation, though maybe you should remove elements of the plot that harken to a real life crime. And so maybe that trailer just existed a while before they changed all that stuff, and they were like, you know what, we've spent enough money, let's just ship the trailer and go. This does really open up a lot of fascinating doors into something that's so weird to focus this hard on.
Well, I thought this was a great video, and thanks, Vice, for featuring us for 1 second.
Yeah, guys.
I'm really happy about that.
Appreciate it.
That was cool.
Let's get a fefeature-length version of this. Let's do it, and then release a trailer for the trailer movie.
I wish they did one of our lower view videos. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Set an example.
Oh, totally. They should have just done
3,000 views.
Do one for just like a viral sketch that we watch, not even a trailer.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. What other ways do trailers manipulate you? Put them in the comments below. You guys can subscribe to the Reject Nation. Click that notification bell or ring the notification bell. So I'll hear a lot of people say.
Ding, ding.
Check us out on Patreon. Full-length TV show reactions, weekly Q&As, and music video coverage. Love to have you become a Patron Eject today.